What is going on, guys? It is Cameron with Lebanon Ford Performance, back with another super special video that I'm so lucky and I'm so excited to be able to bring to you guys. Today we're going to be taking a drive in the GT350, the Shelby GT350, the coveted, the almighty, the famous Shelby GT350. We had a customer come in and he has one of these beautiful cars and a super special example of one as well. It is a performance blue with the stripe delete, so it has no stripes on it, and he would like a video on it. And you know, I'm never one to turn down a drive or a ride or anything that has to do with the GT350. So of course I said yes. So today we're going to take you along on this fantastic trip, give you a review, let you know, is this car still worth it in today's market? What is so special about this thing? And is it even that good of a car? So stay tuned, follow along, and let's get right into driving this beast. All right, guys. Yeah, so here we are in the 350. I mean, it's such a special car. It's such a special car. The driving experience, the noises it makes, just the way it looks, the way it feels inside. You have the Alcantara steering wheel. I mean, everything is just so good in this car. I mean, this, like I said, it's one of my favorite Mustangs pretty much ever made. I would say actually it probably is my favorite Mustang ever made, all the way through for an entire package. I mean, just everything from the gearbox to the way it sounds to the 8,400 RPMs on the red line. I mean, this and just everything about this car. It's such a visceral experience for a Mustang. Just everything is so balanced. It's just perfect. I mean, I literally think this is just the best. It's just so smooth. The power is just so smooth, dude. Like, the horsepower in this car, I think it's like 520. And I mean, like, everyone is getting so lost in the horsepower game. Like, I see TikTok comments, people all over the place just like discrediting a 500 horsepower car, when in reality that is actually insane. 500 horsepower is a ton of horsepower. You do not need to have 700, 800, 900 horsepower. That Tremec is so good in this car. And then of course the way it looks, I mean, it has the attributes that the 350 has that the standard Mustang does not, like the wide in front fenders, the GT350 wheels, the ultra high performance Brembos, the wing, the splitters, like everything is just, the GT350 is so synonymous for how it looks. I mean, you can just tell immediately that's the GT350. There's no, even the guys that do like GT350 fenders or GT350 wheels and things like that, you know a real GT350 when you see it. Those downshifts, oh, the downshifts, oh my god, dude. Dude, the 5.2 is it's too good. It's just so good. I love this car so much. And that's why I'm super grateful. This customer brought us his car and he wanted us to make a video on it. Just talking about the GT350 and kind of reviewing one and doing a drive along with one. So I absolutely jumped at the bit because I love driving these cars. I've driven dozens of them, and every single time it's such a special experience. And I remember every single one of them that I've driven because I just love this car and the experience it gives you so much. And the GT350 was kind of that turning point for Ford on the Mustang, where they wanted to showcase that this car doesn't have to be just a straight line speed car. This car is built and it's designed and perfectly engineered to be a track monster, a handling beast. I mean, this car laps Laguna Seca, it laps the Nürburgring, it laps all these high famous tracks very, very quickly for a car that everyone has always just associated with straight line speed. So it was a very groundbreaking car when it first came out, to be the showcase of the Mustang is much more than just your drag racing, point-to-point kind of car. This is the perfect circuit car. You can take corners comfortably, and it comes on Pilot Sport Cup 2s, so it's got super sticky rubber on it. It's just an amazing car all the way in, and it's like the most purest version as well, because you can only get it with a 6-speed. I just can't say enough good things about this car. So, but comparing it to the standard Mustang, even just like the newer ones, it does have a much harsher ride, and you expect that again with a track car. I mean, at the end of the day, it is a street legal race car, so you're not these crazy creature comforts that you're gonna find in your Rolls Royce, or, you know, anything like that. I mean, this is a bare bones race car. This is a race car. I mean, it's got a flat plane crank V8 in it. This is a race car. Now, luckily, Ford did realize that not is this just a race car, but it is a road car for 95% of the people that buy them. So you can get some decent features in here. Like this one has heated and vented seats. So you can have heated and cooled seats in a GT350. It's obviously got radio, dual climate control. It's got all of that stuff. But I mean, as far as like comfortable suspension, it's loud, but I mean, it does have the valved exhaust, but I always, literally the first thing I do whenever I drive one of these is turn that switch, turn the exhaust on, because you have to hear that sound behind you. But it absolutely holds a candle to everything that's out right now. I mean, again, this is my favorite Mustang they ever made. I've driven most all of them. The Dark Horse manual with the handling package comes close, because it just gives that visceral feeling again, but nothing like this, where it revs out over 8,000, and where it has this super tight gearbox that's super notchy, and the clutch is fighting you as well. It's just the way it sounds, that 5.2 Voodoo. Oh my god, it's so good. I could literally go on and on about this car. It's such an incredible machine. It's totally still worth it nowadays. There's a reason that it's always on my cars to look out for list on what could possibly be my next car. I always have a GT350 in that running. So I mean, it's such a special car. It's such a special car. Yeah, and this one is super cool too, because it does have the no stripes, so it is finished in performance blue. And this is the update. It had got like all the new additions on the final little run of the GT350. So it has the new wheels, has the new style wing. It's got all the new stuff that the new GT350 got. It's got like all the fixes. I know there was a little reliability speed bump that came with certain years, but this has them all fixed. This is one of those cars that's so hard to keep your foot out of the pedal. Yeah, so I mean, like the steering is super tight. I mean, you can tell this car is just designed to corner. You can tell that it's just super tight. The suspension, there's like no body roll. Just everything comes together in this perfect package for this kind of car. And I mean, comparing this to like the SS1LE Camaro, which is great, but I don't think it looks as good. The Challenger never really has had like a lightweight street track focused version of its car. So I mean, it's kind of apples to oranges there. But I mean, I just feel like, again, this GT350 kind of just runs the segment and just takes it home. I mean, the SS1LE is a beast, and I've driven them, and they're awesome. But I mean, this is so different. And I mean, it's just the sound, and just like, again, this car is such an experience to drive. There's no other way to put it. It is an experience to drive it all the way through. Again, from just how instant the power is, and how linear it is all the way through the power band, to the exhaust note, to just the transmission. The brakes are super, super tight, and if you put your foot into them, oh my gosh, you're stopping immediately. The downshifts are just, oh, it's ethereal, dude. This car is just so special. I would absolutely take this car, especially for the price point. I mean, I think you can get one of these for like mid to late 50s still. And comparing that to the competition, or what's out right now brand new for that price, you're not going to find a car like this. You're just not. I mean, yeah, the new Mustang is great. I've expressed it in videos before how I'm such a big GT350 fan. So I mean, I personally will always take a GT350 over pretty much anything out right now in this price point. But I mean, dude, you can't go wrong with this. You cannot go wrong with this, and especially in this spec. It's so good. I'm gonna pull over here to show you guys some exterior shots and kind of give you some exterior highlights and details on this one specifically, and the GT350 as a whole. But I mean, the driving experience is just so special. It's so special. If you have never driven one, I highly recommend that you try to find someone to allow you to drive it, because it completely changes your entire opinion on it. I mean, if you look at it just like your standard Mustang, you just see one driving down the road and you think, oh, it's just a Mustang with badges, or it's just a Mustang with a body kit, or with a little bit of extra power. It's not. It's so different. I mean, this is a completely special new car compared to a standard Mustang. I mean, again, there's so many things about this thing that, I mean, just the interior alone, you get these GT350 embossed ultra suede on the center seats, front and rear, full buckets, the ultra suede wrapped steering wheel with the racing stripe on the center. You get the Shelby snake all over the place, from the steering wheel to your little chassis code here. I mean, it's an incredible car, and it has everything you need and nothing you don't in a car like this. And it's just so tight. I mean, the steering is so good. The suspension is so good. The traction control, even with it off, I mean, it gives you that fight, and it's so good. So, It's a very special car, and I 100% think this is still so worth it on the car market today, and it absolutely gives a run to pretty much anything out there. As far as Mustangs go, again, this is, in my opinion, the best one there was, and with good reason. I mean, any performance car guy is never going to talk bad on a GT350 because it's that special of a car. And here it is. I mean, again, just look at how beautiful that car is, especially in this performance blue with the no stripes. I mean, it's such a good all-around package here. I mean, oh, it just looks so good. The design of the 350 with the fully reworked front end, these new wheels with the ultra sticky Michelin tires, these are the vents that I was talking about, how wide they are, and you get the fender vent in there as well, which is super race car. I mean, you can just see that, you can just see the bulge in the fender there. There's nothing, I can't say enough about this thing. And just the way it looks, just the full aesthetic of the car. It's so great. And of course the noise, you can kind of hear it just idling here. That's something special. It's just such a special car all the way around. I can't get enough of this thing. But yeah, that's the exterior. Again, I just wanted to show you a little bit of the exterior, show you how beautiful this car looks. It's not only is it a performance monster and it just gives you everything you need out of a sports car, but man, it looks the part. It surely looks everything you need and more. All right, guys, we hope you enjoyed that video. I absolutely enjoyed that video. Making this video was one that I will absolutely love doing. Driving a Shelby GT350 at any point in my life is going to be a highlight. So, I mean, it's that special of a car. It's that great of a car. Everything about it is that amazing. So thank you, sir. If you were watching this, thank you for allowing us to drive your car. So I feel very lucky to be able to drive a car like this and give my honest opinion and my review on it. So if you own one of these, you know exactly what I'm talking about. This is such a special car. There's almost nothing wrong with it at all. And yeah, again, if you own one, then you know that, and you know all the quirks, features, attributes, and specialties on this car. And there's quite a few. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely let us know what you think of the GT350 in the comments. Let us know if you think it's worth the price nowadays. Let us know where it stacks up in the Mustang lineup and the new car lineup right now in the car market of 2024. Let us know what you think of the GT350. You have my opinion, you have my honest opinion. A lot of us here at the shop love the GT350. We have such a high respect for it. So again, let us know what you think of it in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, definitely give us a follow on all of our socials. You can find them all in the description. And if you want to check out what we got going on here at the shop, we have a lot coming up soon with the Mustang, with superchargers dropping soon. Definitely check us out online at LebanonFordPerformance.com.